Good morning, YouTube. Welcome back, Bear Hug Outdoors. We're back on the boat build, day number 374. It's been a long road, but we're getting close to the end. Pretty excited. Today we got a big day. My biggest purchase probably yet of the boat, besides the boat, has finally came in. I've been waiting 2 weeks for it to show up. And here it is, the Garmin Kraken. We're going to be installing this here today. It's the 63-inch, 100-pound thrust, 36-volt Garmin Kraken. So we're going to install that today. We got a storm coming in now, but once that's over, we're going to get out there, pull the cover off of the boat, and hopefully get everything on today. Hopefully get the trolling motor on. Well, not maybe today, but today we'll work on it too. But hopefully get all the screens on, the rest of the electronics wired up, and the seats put in, and it'll be ready to rock. Besides tidying up some wires, we'll be good to go. Right?
That's right.
That's right. All right, we're gonna start pulling this thing out of the box here and take a peek at it, see what's going on. All right, got the garage cleaned out. It is pouring rain, gonna rain till about 2 o'clock today, so been pretty lucky. This whole project hasn't rained, so everything's cleaned out. We're gonna back the boat in the garage, and I gotta get out there and hook up, but we're gonna back it up, get this trolling motor hooked on so we don't lose a day here. I gotta go. It is coming down hard. Last time we had it in here, we were ripping the whole boat apart.
Yeah, that's right.
That was like 3 months ago, so cover off. It is soaking wet. Get this cover off, and oh, it's tight in here. We got so much stuff in here. I've accumulated so much stuff. It's ridiculous.
Just wood.
Just wood under there? Okay, so that's good. I wasn't sure. I thought there was foam under there.
Nope.
So my only concern here on this boat is the nose of this boat has a taper down, and I've read and I've seen a lot of things in places they actually have a wedge that is built for this, and I've already checked this before from here to there to see how much my fall is, and it's about 1 inch. I got about a 1 inch fall from this in the fall of the bow there. They have wedges. I didn't order it yet because I didn't have the trolling motor for it, so I did not know how big the template is. But now that I have the template, I'm actually going to put the trolling motor on here, out the wedge on here, and see how it performs. What I have seen is some people say if it's not sitting level, that the transducer will run a little crooked in the water, which will throw off your readings on your LiveScope. But the thing with, I'm not hooking the LiveScope up to the Garmin. I'm actually going to hook the LiveScope. I'm going to have a separate pole here that I'm going to run the LiveScope unit off of. So I'm going to see how it performs without the wedge in there first, and if I don't like the way that it performs, it's not that hard to pop these bolts out. I'll get the wedge and slip a wedge under there and reattach it. So I'm actually going to put a little bit of support underneath of the trolling motor for underneath this, underneath the bow. There is the sheet metal on top, but I'm afraid it's going to be a lot of torque when this thing is, especially going, you know, in and out with a lot of pounds of torque there, that it might get put a little too much pressure here on the bow. So we're going to put a little bit of support underneath the bow. Thank you. So I'm actually going to cut a little piece of 1/2-inch plywood here, get the holes drilled out, so that way when we do drill down through the bow, run our bolts down, there'll be a little extra piece of 1/2 inch underneath there to help sturdy the bow up, so we don't gets too crazy and starts getting things out of whack there. So Garmin actually gives you a little template here with your layout. I'm just going to lay my plywood down. Lay my plywood down here. Centered up on the piece. Take this little ice pick. Start a hole.
One thing we got to remember is don't get that wood too far up in there, Sean, because it won't fit in this ridge up here.
bit so they fit in there good.
I already checked with my bolt finder.
Oh, that feels good. Feels good here in the captain's seat. The Garmin, get ready to bolt the Garmin down. This thing is, I will say, this thing is an absolute monster. Yeah. So I'm wondering if I can get this power cable, everything to run out that one rubber grommet that I got. I got it, got the Garmin bolted down, but by looking at it, I am gonna have to get the 1-inch wedge. I wanted to put it on there first to see exactly what it's gonna look like, but right now there's a piece of 1/2 inch that's stuck underneath there, and it still has just a little bit of tilt to it, so it's still tipped. It's an angle just a little bit, so gonna have to order that up so we can get that plumbed up. But the Garmin is mounted, looking good. They do a really nice job with sending you the power cord is pretty nice. They actually have it made to where you can mount this right to your breaker, but I already have my power supply here mounted to the breaker back underneath the console, so I'm actually going to snip these ends off and I'll end up soldering these together, and we'll get the power supply hooked up here in a little bit. So I'm going to start mounting the other accessories here for the head unit, the head units, I guess. I'm gonna have Garmin LiveScope up top here, and then the Helix 9 right underneath. And then we're gonna put the LiveScope pole over here for now. I haven't decided yet on if eventually I'm gonna put the LiveScope onto the trolling motor. I think for now, I think it's gonna be easier just to run the handle out here to move the LiveScope instead of always having to move the trolling motor back and forth. I don't know, we'll see. I like to try both ways, see what I like better, but we're gonna get the old Cisco. This unit's made by Cisco. It feels like it's made very well. A lot of complaints I've heard from people with these are that when they're heading on the lake and they're on waves, that these will move. Their unit will actually fall down like that. So I found this one, and it actually has some huge teeth in here, and they say they will not fall down when you're on the lake hitting waves. Got the by Cisco here. It's a double graph unit for a double graph made by Cisco. Real high quality stuff, super solid. I got this in here with machine screws and locking nuts on the back with washers.
Oh man.
Now gonna mount.
He's got machine screws.
Yeah. Now gonna mount a track. I got this track also made by Cisco. Cool thing and part about it is, you move your hand for a second. Oh, those are way too small. Cool thing about it, made in the USA. So that's pretty awesome. I like that. So this track is actually gonna be for, let me get this over here. This track is actually going to be for the LiveScope pole. I went with the HD Innovations LiveScope pole. It's actually carbon fiber. So just going to figure out where I want to mount it at. Probably going to be up in here somewhere, but pretty sweet pole, HD Innovations. Yeah, those will work, huh? Yeah. Not a bad fit. But I like this. I got the 18-inch track just in case I want to be able to move this pole around a little bit. Just got to kind of figure out where I want it. I'm sitting up here. Probably gonna be up in this general area. So put this part here. This actually slides. This lock here actually locks that, and then put this top piece on here. Yep, that's it. That's it. This nut goes in here.
Where are you gonna put it at?
I think right there, buddy. That'll work. Oh, wait. This is important. This is important.
They slide through, you don't have to unscrew them all
Oh,
the way.
okay. We have.
I would think,
I could have got the 6-inch one.
but that's just a regular, you get them at the store.
Yeah. I'll have to check all the bags we got here. I might. I don't remember it. This just came like that though. Anyways, I can get a cotter pin for it. So they say you can go, and I actually watched a video. The owner of this company was trolling at 8 miles an hour, and this held at 8 miles an hour in the water.
I would bet it would with a pin in there. If not, I think it's going to have enough force it'll spin it. With a pin in there, it should hold it.
Oh, the pin, yeah, but I don't even think he had a pin because this was the main thing, was about this. It would not turn.
Oh.
So yeah, I could have a pin that just locks it in.
Yeah, which I think is the safe one, because if this happened to come unscrewed, you could just, and it ain't going to float. That baby's
Well,
gonna,
there's a cord that ties into this. You wouldn't lose it completely.
Oh, I see.
The thing that goes on the bottom is the LiveScope, and there's a cord that comes up through here and ties into this. So yeah, it would come off, but yeah, you don't want that. Right down the center. Doing it just a little bit. Got the power back to the back. It's been a pain in the butt. Okay. Yeah, something to write on, I guess.
Yeah.
But things are coming along. Finally got both units mounted. Got the Garmin mounted. Got the HD LiveScope mounted. So still I got a bunch of wiring to tidy up. You know, right when I think getting closer, it seems like getting further away, because you get to one point and you're like, oh, I forgot this, or you got to unscrew something, unscrew it back in. It seems like it's a never-ending battle, but we're getting there, a little at a time. We're getting there. I'm Jack, so I really appreciate you guys tuning in and following along. It's been a heck of a road. We're gonna be on the lake making better content before you know it, hopefully catching some fish. That's the plan. Don't know if it's gonna happen, but that is the plan. Well, that's it. That's it for today. Appreciate you guys watching Bear Hug Outdoors. We got the new Garmin Force Kraken mounted. Pretty happy with that, but I still got to get the right wedge to put underneath there. Got that mounted. Got the new Cisco double mount mounted. Got the Cisco track mounted for the LiveScope. So things are coming along. Things are looking good. Tomorrow I'm going to get down and mount the GLS10 and all that good stuff. So appreciate you guys tuning in. Until next time, thanks for watching Bear Hug Outdoors. Peace.